I'm Cliff. We've been at Crossroads for about 5 years now.
And I'm Angela. In 2019, we lost our forever home due to alcoholism and just not having our priorities in line. We then found ourselves in a rental home and very quickly spiraled into drug addiction and found ourselves homeless within just a few months. Motel 6 then became our home for the next 2 years. The overwhelming heaviness was just crippling, all of those negative emotions that come with that burden, and the fear and the sense of being all alone caused our depression to turn into just a crippling addiction. We were broken and we were completely shattered. I had a cry out to Jesus moment, and soon after found ourselves sober and attending the Crossroads Church Food Pantry.
From the prayer and the love from the volunteers at the pantry, to visits at our motel room from the church members, to Pastor Chuck's, I remember a message preached on God's favor. We found God at Crossroads. It changed everything.
We attended church for the first time on December 1st, 2018. The message was about the favor of God, and we walked forward. We surrendered our hearts and our lives that day, and that's when everything changed. The peace of God sat with us and started ministering to our hearts in such big ways. We got baptized on Christmas Eve. The day after Christmas is when God specifically answered our prayers. He sent a man to us who had compassion. He split our rent. He split our deposit. He waived our pet fees. He approved us for housing the day after Christmas. We moved into that house January 16th, a little over a month after surrendering to God. And that was just one of the many first miracles that we've seen God perform in our lives.
We had a sense of survivor's guilt, when we were first housed. So we wanted to go back to our friends that were left behind, and get them unstuck. Can we go back and pull them out of the pit?
So Angels Over Cliffs is a product of our homelessness. And we started as a ministry in 2019, and we are just now deciding to turn that ministry into a full-fledged nonprofit 501c3. We have filed all of the paperwork, and we are waiting on that one final IRS letter of approval. Since 2019, we have helped countless people with basic needs such as food, hygiene, clothing, resources, love, and hope. But we have helped to connect and exit over 200 people off of the streets and out of motels and into some sort of housing, whether that be temporary motel, transitional, and ultimately the goal is permanent housing and self-sufficiency.
Crossroads they'd loved us back to life. And of course, we'll be forever grateful for that. To go back to where we were at our lowest, it's very healing. It's very rewarding. We have purpose now. I just thank Crossroads for that.